Hey guys, so it's our final trip from in Europe back to Miami on an Iberia Airbus A330-300. Here we are at Barajas International Airport. It is a very big airport, so you should keep that in mind from the moment you walk in, because it may take a long time in some cases to get to your gate. Very modern, clean airport. There are a bunch of mobile check-in counters. You can get your boarding pass, change seats if you want to. There are also plenty of fast food places. There are a bunch of restaurants. They're all in a little plaza, so it's easy to find. There are a bunch of monitors throughout the airport too, so you can keep track of your flight. Here's our flight, Iberia 6117, leaves at Madrid at 4:55 p.m. and gets into Miami at 8:30 p.m. We can see here there's a long check-in line due to 8 check-in stations not being open, and that caused like 100 plus people to wait in a long line. We're heading to the U terminal, and that takes around 22 minutes if you walk, so we took the tram, which made it around 5 minutes. Right after you get off the tram, you have to go through passport control to get to your gate. The really weird thing was we got to Barajas 4 hours ahead of our flight, so and then it took an hour and a half to just check in, again due to like 100 people trying to check in for their flights, and some people were almost didn't make their flight. It was a really big hassle, so that's one thing I would like to point out about this airport. There's our A330-300 ready to take us to Miami. The airplane's name is Panama. Really excited. It's my first time on an Airbus A330-300 and first time on an Iberia long-haul transatlantic flight. Also, this is a very new airplane. Comes with the PTVs unlike the other A340s. Here we are passing the business class cabin. To the left of us, I would like to point out these 2 seats. You might want to choose another seat if you don't want an obstructive window view. We are in the rear section of economy. Here's that PTV I was talking about. Legroom is pretty standard international economy. There are blankets and pillows to keep you comfy throughout the flight. There's a USB port if you want to charge your phone, a camera, iPod, whatever it is, and there was also a headphone jack and another port. Flight time to Miami should be 8.5 hours. You can see here that I'm about to put my camera down because the flight attendants are going to come and take their seats for takeoff, so I had to put my camera down for a moment. was a pretty windy takeoff. Right after we got off the ground, we were being our plane was being thrown around by gusts of wind. You can see the wing flexing. We're also in the center of Spain, so it is pretty dry, as you can tell by looking at the ground. Right after takeoff, flight attendants come around with a cart handing out newspapers if you want to read throughout the flight. They'll also give you headphones, a set of headphones if you didn't bring yours. There are monitors throughout the cabin, keeping you up to speed with your current position in flight. Here we are leaving the coast of Portugal and into the Atlantic. One thing I would suggest on these flights, on these long transatlantic flights, take off your shoes, because your feet can become numb sometimes for just being cramped in the seats like this with your shoes. So take your shoes off the next time you go on a long haul flight like this. Here's our meal: pasta with a salad, cake, and bread, and of course a beverage of your choice. I had Coca-Cola. Cake was a nice way to end the meal. Pretty good food for economy. Also after lunch, the flight attendants came around with offering more bread if the meal didn't fill you up completely. Also, flight attendants turn on mood lighting throughout the cabin. Halfway over the Atlantic, flight attendants come around with a cart handing out beverages if you want. I got a pineapple juice and a water. It's very important to stay hydrated on these flights. It's very easy to get dehydrated, so maybe get a bottle of water before you get on long haul flights like this. Here's a view from the emergency exit window. In the bathroom, very clean. The sink is easy to use. If you want hot water, there's a red button. If you want cold water, there's a blue button. There are also, you can also call flight attendants with a button here. There are also 110 AC power outlets here if you need to hook up your phone or computer, if you need to do some work in the bathroom. And also some power outlets at every seat in the economy cabin. Again, keeping your shoes off during the flight will help your feet breathe. Here's the pre-arrival snack with a sandwich with ham and cheese. Came in a box. Also yogurt with a Kit Kat and a little pastry bread. Also, I'm not sure if I said it, but a beverage of your choice as well. Here we are descending into Miami. Flight's pretty much going to be 9 hours, 8 hours, 53 minutes, the whole thing. There's the beach. I'm going to be flying over downtown Miami in a few minutes. There's a stadium. We're over downtown right now. Pretty cloudy today. Yeah, that's the runway we're going to be landing on. That's Miami right there. We're turning into the runway over the Everglades. So let's go over this flight. Leaves at a decent time, 4:55 p.m., getting into Miami at 8 p.m. or 8:30. However, the huge downside is in Barajas International Airport with the long check-in lines due to like 5 counters only being open for Iberia. Especially Iberia is the main airline at that airport, so you may run the risk of losing your flight in that airport if you don't come, if you don't give yourself a good few hours to get settled in, and if you want to get a meal or something like that, again, plan accordingly. On the plane though, great entertainment, 5 out of 5 stars. Food was great for economy. Both the lunch and pre-arrival snack were pretty tasty. And we got here in Miami in one piece, so that's always a great flight. I personally believe A330s have the smoothest landings of any aircraft, so let's see how soft these Iberia pilots can land this A330. Did you feel that? I sure didn't. So I hope you guys have enjoyed all these trips throughout Europe and all the way back to Miami. If I'll keep on posting videos like this, when I do fly again in the near future, I'll keep on posting them up on this channel in this order. And I hope you've enjoyed flying with me, and I will see you next time. Have a good day, guys.